breaking Bedrock in survival mode is very difficult. It was kind of designed to be impossible. You have to resort to certain glitches or exploits in order to break the Bedrock. And with the Bracken Pack, I wanted to kind of change that. I wanted to make it so that there was more legitimate feeling ways of breaking Bedrock, still difficult ways, but ways that you kind of feel more natural in the game, I guess would be how I'd put it. The reason why you'd want to break Bedrock, especially with the Bracken Pack, is that there's a certain dimension called the Underdark, and you can only access that dimension if you somehow get beneath the Bedrock layer. And so I'm going to show you different ways that you can break the Bedrock layer. Starting with Skulk blocks. So Skulk typically doesn't corrupt Bedrock, but I changed the game's files so that it does now. So if you have a certain amount of mobs, first you have to place down a Skulk catalyst, of course. But if you have enough mobs, and if enough of them die, it's going to start corrupting the Bedrock. And even though you can't break Bedrock, you can break Skulk. If I go in survival mode, yeah, you can see I'm technically breaking Bedrock. And through that means you can access the realm beneath. There's another way that you can break Bedrock too that I added. In ancient cities, there's a small chance that you can find a certain book called Dentine Touch. If you equip that to a pickaxe, it's going to make it so that you can break Bedrock. It works by transforming the Bedrock into deep slate. So if I use it on this block right here, it turns into deep slate. It also does consume a lot of durability though, but given the powerfulness that comes with breaking Bedrock, I think that's fair. So you can just dig your way down. The last method I want to show is a special ability book called the Wormtooth Burrower. You use this book and it makes a giant rotating pickaxe fall from the sky. I'm going to use it in the Underdark though, just because it takes a long time to fall from the sky. So now I'm getting teleported to the Underdark. When you arrive in the Underdark, you'll see that there is another Bedrock layer that you have to get past. But don't worry, this one I intentionally made to be a little bit easier to get through. For example, you'll find gaps in the Bedrock. You'll find these little pieces of infested stone that you can break, assuming you can fight all the silverfish that come out of them. But I promised I'd show you the Wormtooth Burrower, so here it is. Descends from the sky, and it destroys everything. All the blocks, Bedrock, doesn't matter. It just breaks them in this nice kind of spiral staircase pattern. And it's a real nice way to travel.